Hello and welcome back to another episode of Surviving with Sicket.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hope you all enjoyed the first episode. Thanks so much for stopping back by. As you saw there probably at the beginning of the episode, we started out with chopping down a few trees over here, getting some materials ready so that we can start working on the base that we were talking, or the starter house that we talked about a little bit in the last episode. I think we want to try to throw down a little starter house on one of the sides of the river here to kind of get us going, move us out of our little hole in the wall that we've been starting out in here. I think I'm still gonna need to grab a little bit more resources. I'll probably need to get some stone. Maybe we'll try to add some dripstone into the build there as well. As we talked about in the previous episode, it might be kind of cool to pull some of that stuff out and use it out here in some of our builds. So still a little bit of work to figure out exactly what we want to put here. I do think I'm gonna maybe put something right kind of here in the middle of this little valley, and then we can kind of see what we want to do with these hills. And there's that other valley over there on the other side that we looked at in the last episode a little bit. So we can check that out a little bit more. I think though, to get started, I do want to go grab a bit more resources, go get some stone, maybe a little bit more wood, and get something started up here as far as our starter house and some starter farms around the river here. That way we can really get ourselves set up to start moving forward, go out and start exploring to see what's around, maybe find a village and get some villagers back over here so we can get ourselves some good armor and some other trades. And I think we should be in good shape after that. So I'm gonna get started on that. I wonder if I can sleep to get rid of this rain here. Nope, it's not nighttime, just rainy. As you saw in the time lapse, it started raining. Sorry for any I got a little framey there or anything. The rain can be tough on the YouTube compression, so apologies if the time lapse got a little bit rainy on you, but hopefully this will clear up and we can get some building done and get our little house going over there so that we can have somewhere to live that's not just a little dirt and stone hole in the wall. I'm gonna get started on that, and I'll bring you back in with an update once we have one. I was just walking over here to plant some of this sugarcane, and I don't know how I never saw it before, but there's a village right across the river. I'm hoping that I haven't been over here too long and loaded those chunks to where all the villagers have been zombified. But that's nice. Looks like we don't have to go too awful far for exploring to find a village. We'll definitely still want to explore a bit to see what's around farther out a little bit in these areas. But good start there to have a village right over here. We'll have to just maybe sleep through the night and go check out and see if there's any villagers that are still hanging out over there. All right, so we I think our first thing, now that we got rid of that rain, I think we're gonna go check out that village and want to see if there's any villagers that are still alive over here, haven't been zombified through the nights. I know working through a little bit of that rain there over on the chopping some trees could have kept this area loaded, and they may have been zombified, but we're gonna go check it out. That way, if there are any villagers over there that have not been zombified, hopefully we can get them into a safe spot so that we can use them later on. Quite a curious little spot for this village, right on the edge of the hill here, kind of scattered throughout. You got light posts way up at the top and some houses all over the place. Go check out, see if there's any villagers inside any of these houses, if we can manage to find our way up and grab that sugar cane on our way. Head around here, up the mountain, the hill. Oh, there's a blacksmith. This is a leather worker, right? Yeah, this is a leather worker's house. There's some bread, not bad. Leather cap. Yeah, we don't have a hat yet. Could always wear a leather cap. We'll leave it off. for now, but hey, a little bit of armor, you never know when you might need it. Let's see what else, see if there's any villagers further up the mountain, or further up the hill here. Keep calling this a mountain, but really, with the new generation, this is nothing close to what the mountains usually get to, so this is just a bit of it. Oh, hey, we found a villager. Oh, potatoes, that's a good early find. Get some potatoes on the go. Hello, sir. Would you like to go in that house so that I can protect you? I'll just grab some of this grass so we can lock him in the... I mean, block the zombies out of the house. Of course, we're not... Oh, where'd you go? Would you like to get in the house, or do I just need to put you in a hole? If I need to put you in a hole, we can. Kind of hoping you'd go in the house. Just, you know, seemed a little more friendly, but... Alright. Stand still, would you? Okay. You stay right there. We need at least one more that survived over here. That way we can eventually set up a villager breeder to start getting some more villagers. We'll take this wheat. Oh, I see another villager over there. See if we can get him into a safe spot as well so that we can have at least two. We want at least two to be safe for the future. Oh, look at this. We got all sorts of villagers here. You two want to go down? Oh, you didn't want to join your buddy? We need to put a torch down there so that nothing spawns down there with him. Let's make a few more torches. Put one on top so we know he's in there. Do that over here as well if we didn't already lose the spot for this guy. Here we go, where it sticks out a little bit. Put a torch on here. We know that's where the other one is. Let's try to grab a few more of these guys into a spot here so that we have... Get up. Alright. Secured in here. I need to get some blocks to put around you. Get these villagers truly secured in here. It looks like we got 5 of them, is that right? We got one over here, one over there. Oh no, 4. 4 villagers. I think there was another one, but we can always look for him later. Cover up their feet so no babies get in and bite the ankles there. Are they good? I think those two are good. Alright, so we got 4 villagers. Oh, we got another one coming in and out of a door here. Oh, the librarian. We're just gonna block you right in there, sir. We will come back for your bookshelves later. We'll need those. Let's see if there's anything else interesting in here. The little house. Oops. Alright. It's kind of a cool little... oh, look at the dripstone over there as well. Oh, some iron. I actually... Oh, hello. Hello, sir. We're... I hear a skeleton. Let's just... Oh, you didn't want to go down there, did you? You're gonna go in the house, sir? Would you like to go in the house? Open door for you. Open door policy here. Oh, no. Don't want to go in the house? Okay. Well, I guess you can just go down here. That's a good spot for you. And we'll cover you up as well. Since there's the path you can see right there. That's pretty funny. Alright. We got some hay. We got a saddle too, which is kind of nice. There was some horses over there. We could actually saddle up a horse and ride around. Let's go check that last building up there just for anything that might be useful. Golem hanging down here to help protect some of these villagers. Looks like we're spawning some cats in too. Could always tame some cats. I already have got some cows up here. So funny when this happens, where the farm or a house or something ends up getting put down into a cave. Quite interesting village generation we get sometimes. Oh, is this another leather worker's house? It is. So maybe another saddle and some leather pants. I don't think we necessarily need them, but hey, you never know. Never know what maybe I'll use some leather pants for in the future. Let's take a little peek over the other side. A big old plains area here. Oh, and it comes in, oh no, not too big of a plains area. Just hadn't rendered out. It looks like it goes into the ocean there. Okay, so that could be an interesting area to explore later on. This is a pretty cool little spot here. Oh, yeah, right down into that. Oh, hello. Oh, there's creepers swimming up that waterfall. That is not one we want to get close to at the moment. So many hills around the spawn area. Very nice, very nice. Alright, well, let's take some of this stuff back. Now that we at least came over and got those villagers secured, that's really what I wanted to do. Now we can head back and get back to some of our resource gathering so that we can get back to setting up, oh hey bunnies, get back to setting up the starter house and some starter farms for maybe some wheat. We did get some potatoes now as well, so we can throw some potatoes down and get those started, and hopefully get some cows and sheep into some pens as well so that we can start breeding them up for a better source of food. We have some on us, but this was gonna run out eventually. Only got 8 pork chops, 4 steak, and some bread here. So we're gonna want to get some animals on the go to be able to have a little more steady source of food. Plus the cows will be really good for getting us the leather we're going to need to get some bookshelves set up and get enchanting and everything like that started later on. So I'm going to go ahead and start with getting some of these cows and some of the sheep that we saw either over this way or back up on that hill. We're going to get some of them in here. We're going to get that starter house going. We're going to probably, if we still have time, do a bit of exploring to see what we can find. We had that ocean we could go to there. There's another either lake or ocean out this way that we could go check out, or we could go beyond this hill here, which we haven't really looked over this way yet too much. So lots of stuff to still explore for us. Just kind of want to get a spot to come back to once we come home. So let's get that started and then see how much time we have left to go out and explore a bit for the last part of this episode here. So I've done a little bit of mining, made a little bit of a mine down here, started getting a bit of copper, we got some cobblestone cooking down in some stone, we got a bit more iron here. While I was down there, though, I was thinking a little bit about the starter base, or the starter house that we were wanting to try to build out here. And there's kind of 2 things that we can do. One option we have is to just throw together something kind of small, probably with, just some stone or cobblestone and maybe some oak or something for a roof, and just get a real, little house going. But I think I actually want to try to get something a little bit more substantial built for our first house, something with a little more presence to it. So I've been thinking a little bit, and I think instead of starting the starter house in this episode, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna work a little bit on getting some of those sheep that we had seen and some of those cows that we saw out there into a few pens, start up our wheat farm, start getting those potatoes that we had going, and just kind of get some of those basic things, and then continue with a bit more resource gathering. Get some clay. Since we have that river there, I do kind of want to maybe pull out some clay into the build, as we were talking about with the dripstone as well, pulling some of those elements from around our surrounding area into the build. I don't think we'll pull the clay actually out of the river, though. We'll probably go do some exploring and find like a lush cave or something where we can get an abundant amount and not have to tear up the river that's right in front of where our house is going to be. So I think that's kind of the direction we're going to switch to a little bit here. I'm going to go get some of those animals, get that set up, get some farms with some crops going, and then we can maybe next episode we'll actually do a little bit of that exploring that we were going to try to do. I don't think we'll have time at the end of this episode, so maybe next episode we'll do a little bit of that exploring, see if we can't find like a lush cave, maybe some other wood types out there, some dark oak or some spruce or anything like that, to give us some extra options for building blocks for this starter house. I have been thinking about some ideas of what I want to build, and a lot of them are going to require me to go down and get some of that deep slate, which I'm not super thrilled about, but we'll dig out a bit of the deep slate as well. So I'm going to get working on those farms with the crops and the animals, and then we will see what we can do from there. All right, so we got our sheep and our cows started up here. We got our wheat and our potatoes started growing in a little field by the river here. I did also grab some of these pumpkins so I could get some pumpkin seeds and throw some of those down to get those growing as well. For that'll be a useful resource for trading with some of the villagers. We also got some sugar cane spread out there along the side of the river, so we can start getting paper and things like that for those bookshelves that we'll need eventually. But I do think that's probably where we'll start to wrap up here for this episode. Now that we got our animals and our food growing, I'll probably do a little bit of work off camera, doing a little bit of mining, get some deep slate, grab some of this dripstone. And then I think in the next episode, we will do a little bit of adventuring and try to see if we can find some new biomes, maybe with some new tree types. Maybe look for one of those big lush caves. Hopefully we can find a good sized lush cave in one of these, maybe in one of these mountains even, or a little further out. We can find a good lush cave to get some of this clay from, so that we can use some of that in our starter house here. But I think that is where we will call it an episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed episode number 2 of Surviving with Sicket. Next episode, we'll do a bit of exploring and see what we can find out there in this new world here. So thanks again for watching, and everybody have a great day, great night, great evening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.